If you are not okay with the election, then go to court. Fubara will continue to be our hero. PDP to Wike. The Rivers State chapter of the People Democratic Party has criticized Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, over his remarks on the recent local government election in the state, as reported by Vanguard. Okay, so it's a Rivers State PDP chapter. Okay, I know they have two factions. One faction for Wike and one faction for Fubara. So Wike, in a TV interview, expressed discontent to Governor Siminalayi Fubara's decision to hold the election despite a court ruling. Yes, he said that Fubara should obey court order. If he does not obey court order, then he will be calling for anarchy. Can you imagine? So Justice Peter Lefu of the Federal High Court had earlier ruled that the Rivers State Independent National Electoral Commission violated the law by not giving the required 90-day notice before scheduling the election. Can you imagine? They always look for technicalities. So the court also barred the Electoral Commission and other agencies from releasing voters list or providing security for the election, and this ruling followed a lawsuit by the state's All Progressive Congress APC challenging the election process. So despite this, Governor Fubara proceeded with the election on Saturday, and candidates loyal to Fubara running under the Action People's Party won in 22 out of 23 local government areas of the state. So Wike criticized Fubara, accusing him of undermining democracy by ignoring the court's decision, and also linked the crisis to Fubara's attempt to remove the state's House of Assembly Speaker Martins Amewule. I'm sure this is Amewule they are using to disturb Fubara, so that by the time they impeach Fubara, Amewule will pass back door to become the governor of the state. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. So the PDP, in response, defended Fubara, using Wike and is urging Wike and his supporters to take legal action if they disagree with the election. Sidney Bara, the PDP publicity secretary, praised Fubara for standing firm, calling him a hero for upholding democracy in Rivers State. Bara also criticized Wike's supporters for opposing the elections they once demanded. Exactly. Because I know that they were the people telling Fubara to stop running with the critical committee chairman, and that he should not remove the former local government chairman that their tenure had already expired. That they are saying there must be election. Now the guy has gone to election. They say, no, we don't want election again. What do you want? We are aware that a court judgment can stop an electoral process. What we know is that if you are not okay with an election, you can approach the court after it is conducted. So they should go to court. Exactly. So let Wike go to court. So let me take Nigerians back. Conducting the local government election was one of the items on the presidential peace proclamation made by President Bola Tinubu in 2023. Wike and his supporters have been willing to see the election conducted. So what has changed now? That's the question. So at one point, they even instructed the assembly that if Fubara refuses to conduct the election, he should be impeached. So it is now surprising that when the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission drew out the timetable for the election, they are now doing everything possible to stop it. Why? Because Fubara had outsmarted them seriously. They never saw it coming. So in fact, it got to a point where the assembly elongated the tenure of the previous local government chairman, and that was the first of its kind in the history of Nigerian democracy. Now the governor said he is ready for the election, and the same people are now speaking from the other side of their mouth. Exactly. Saying the election should not be held. Why? What is your problem? Yeah? So where has Governor Fubara gone wrong? The Supreme Court has given judgment prohibiting critical committees and said every state should have elected local government chairman, and they have a time or a time frame of 90 days, or else the state will not get allocation. And so Governor Fubara is just being obedient to the Supreme Court judgment. Anyone who wants to truncate the process does not mean well for Rivers State exactly. So he will continue to be our hero for standing firm to ensure that democracy stands in Rivers State, he said. So that was Sidney Bara speaking. Sidney Bara is of PDP, but it's similarly Fubara's fashion of the PDP in Rivers State. Yeah? This is an election that, APC and other people were saying that, Fubara must conduct this election within 90 days. They talk and talk and talk. Fubara now has agreed to the election and has done the election. You are saying you don't like the election, you don't want the election. What else do you want? Yeah? What else do you want? That's what Sidney Bara is asking here. What else do you want, for crying out loud? So if you don't want the election is already over, so you should go to court. Then seek redress in court, and that is the only thing that you can do. Go and seek redress in court. You cannot stop the state from moving forward. As I say, will you shut up your smelling mouth? Can't imagine. Who knows you in any political party? When people in the mainstream of politics are commenting, you follow. What's your father's name in politics? Can you imagine? So, because you have someone like Wike that is already behaving like Agbero everywhere, that is the person that is better. And it's not going to sink his politics for you. APP and PDP are all the same. APC leaders will not tell the APC losers to go to court. Now they are talking of rule of law as if they obey law. They don't obey law, don't mind them. Fubara has outsmarted them seriously, and that's why they're bringing up all these gimmicks. Your priority will soon sink. The time you are going from one pillar to others, from one party to others, all right, Wike stand with that your party, you abandon. Can you imagine? So what is happening now is that people are supporting Fubara while a lot of people are supporting Wike as well. Even the devil has a fan, so I will not be surprised. I will definitely not be surprised. I will not be surprised. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment. There is a statement coming from Sidney Bara, the PDP chieftain in Rivers State.